But the thing I can
For
say,
sure.
having a new coach, your chemistry on the team looks really good, and it looks like you guys are having fun. And that's the biggest thing with basketball that I've noticed about you guys. You guys are smiling more on the bench. You guys are having a good team connection. Like, what did you guys do in the off season? What do you guys do in practice to get that connection? Because it's definitely noticeable in the games.
Man, we just hang out together, honestly.
Oh, that's dope.
Like I said, we're all around the same age. Like it's not even at the arena or on the practice court. Like off days, hanging out with Mo and Cole and Jalen and different guys like that. That brings the camaraderie and the trust that you build, on the floor. Like, if I'm hanging out with Mo and Cole and Jalen and different guys, outside of basketball, obviously we're going to have a good connection on basketball. So, on the basketball floor. So, it's just been fun. And like you said, that's the name of the game, having fun. You don't see these teams that are winning, frowning and mad. Like these dudes are having fun. And, that's the thing that we want to bring to Orlando. And that's the thing that we want to bring to the culture of the Magic, is just to have fun and continue to grow through the bumps, because there's been no team in the history of the NBA that's just 82-0 or 0-82. That's what our coach tells us every day. There's no team that's 82-0 or 0-82, and you have to embrace that. You have to embrace the struggles. So having fun and just building with the guys around you.
Now, RJ, we have we have some serious Knicks fans on this podcast.
That
Ashley
would be
being number one.
That ain't me, RJ. Just letting you know.
Yeah,
I gotta say, RJ, we got a little bit of beef before you even got here, because
It's very biased podcast.
you came here into MSG and you guys handled business, and it was a surprise because we were banking on that win. But that's okay. It's a long season.
RJ, we gotta ask what went right that game, and what have you learned just about the Knicks, having played them multiple times already, that can kind of help you maybe down the road playing them again in the future?
For sure. I think the Knicks are a great team. Coach Tibbs definitely has that team, playing the way he wants them to play. You have your all-star in Julius Randle, who I grew up with in Dallas. But I think that the reason that we came into MSG the last game that we won and won that game is just with effort. We played them in Orlando a couple of days before and just kind of came out sluggish. But I think every team for us has an X on their back, X on their chest. We're really not worried about names, not worried about guys on the team. Just coming out and executing our own things, and doing what we know we can do, and doing what we execute in practice is going to help us. But like you said, that's a very hostile environment, to come into and grab that win at the beginning of the season, and that's good for us. We've played Miami, San Antonio, and New York. 3 high caliber teams, at the beginning of the season, and that's only going to help us, down the road.
Calling MSG a hostile environment is a polite way of putting it. Very polite. I appreciate that, because New York is hostile on a different level.
Now, that was your coach's first career win as a head coach. So how did y'all celebrate?
We just poured them with water. I think we got a bunch of Dasani water bottles.
What else are you going to do? They're only 20, remember? Okay.
Listen, they could do whatever. Y'all could have took them out to eat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could have bought them something nice. I don't know how it works.
We need to win against the Hornets Wednesday.
There it is. We go book that.
That's a big win right there.
That's fact. So now we got another section that we call Get At Me, right? And what we do with that section is we have everybody on social media reach out, and they tweet us or message us all their questions that they have for you, and then we vet them and we see which ones we like. So you ready for that, RJ? You ready to see what some of these fans want to know about you?
Yeah, let's see.
All right, cool. So first one, this is Get At Me. First one is from @Steven0610, and he says, RJ, what are some aspects of your game that you hope to grow over the course of this season?
I think some aspects of my game that I'm hoping to grow, probably playmaking ability, knowing where my spots are, knowing how I can get my teammates involved. And then I think the biggest thing for me is on the defensive end. My goal is to, in a couple years and in due time, be one of the best defenders in the NBA, and guys know when they play the Orlando Magic, they're going to have to, deal with me and fight that.
I like that.
Number 13 all night.
I like that.
That is fine.
That's that rowdy Rough Rider energy you're talking about, Lethal. There you go.
Yeah.
You have to
I
go
don't
through
know
me
if that
when
was
you come
20
to
right there. You
Orlando.
sound like a
Just know that.
30-year-old vet right there.
For real, because
facts.
listen, I don't know about y'all. When I was 20, I would be a hot mess if I was in the NBA.
Listen, that's different. That kind of transitions into get at me question number 2 from at Josh_Tariff, and I like this question as well. He says, which culture? Now, obviously, you played in Denver with the Nuggets for a little while, and he wants to know, hey, which culture do you thrive in more? A young, hungry team starting to rebuild, like the Magic that you're on right now, or a playoff team with skilled vets like Joker, like Jamal Murray, like the guys that were in Denver? Which situation I guess is he's asking? Do you feel like you fit in with more?
I mean, I think the Nuggets are a great team. You know, you got the MVP Nikola Jokic. You know, that name speaks for itself. Jamal Murray and those guys on that team. But I think personally for me, I thrive best in Orlando. Just being with the young guys and being able to play through mistakes and being able to grow and learn and just get out there and play. I mean, you know, there's limited time when you're playing with a playoff team and the team that's trying to win right now. And that was kind of the whole thing with the trade. There was no hard feelings with that trade. I understood the Nuggets needed to win now. I know Jamal went down late in the season, and I think if he hadn't went down late in the season, I think they definitely could have been a real title contender. But I think for me personally, like playing with Orlando and playing with the Magic has definitely helped me grow as a player just by having reps.
Right.
I mean, you can't, as a young player, you can't ask for anything more than reps and going out there every night against, you know, like we said, we just played New York and Miami, two of the teams that have been in the heat, been in the real rigors of the playoffs. You know, at 20 years old, you can't ask for nothing but, you know, better than
Kind
that.
of following up on that, what kind of coach is Coach Mosley, right? This is his first year as a head coach. How do you describe him in the heat of the battle?
Mose is an energetic coach. Mose is a coach that's, I mean, he's all or nothing. You know, I think that one thing that really stands out about him is just his energy and his acceptance of, okay, we're a young team, but we don't want to just be that young team that is going to be considered a young team for a long time.
Right.
We want to be one of those teams that in the next 2 years, we're going to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. We're going to get to the stages where some of these other teams have gotten. So, you know, he doesn't take any BS from nobody. I mean, it don't matter if it's the Los Angeles Lakers or the Brooklyn Nets. We're going to go out there for 48 minutes and play as hard as possible. And if we do that, the score will result, you know, where it should.